Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Knowledge Master Pharaoh. So today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Satellar Knight deck, and this is a build I made back in, I think, in December. So it doesn't have all the new Satellars Knight cards available, but it does have, it still works, majority of the time. So hopefully I can show you guys that, and then I'll show you guys my deck profile later. So I will also be doing an opening for the new what new deck was it? Not new deck. It was the new World Superstars. My friend hooked me up with about maybe 5 or 6 of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So now we opened up pretty good. We got double Rhoda and Alpha. This card is pretty good, So basically, whenever anything is activated, you can send a Satellars Knight card you control to the graveyard, which is the cost, and then you negate it, and you can draw a card. So it's not too bad actually. So it leads into something else. So let's see what we can do. So now I'm gonna go ahead and search for Deneb and Altair, and then I can search out another Altair, or I could go for Vega, but I prefer to go for another Altair with Deneb. So that way we have an option of if he destroys it, then we can get back Deneb next turn and search for Vega. Now that's what this deck mainly revolves around, guys, is making rank 4s, and usually with 3 materials. And it pretty much it's basically like a stun deck. Like a lot of the decks I play are stuns, it seems like, but that's what it is. So you have Trivia, which bounces everything back. Let's see what we want to do. Okay, we're gonna negate its effect on summon, so it'll stay in attack. So it'll stay, yeah. Okay, he realized it. So I don't want him to get any plays out with that. I mean, I could have negated with Alpha, but I'd rather save that for whatever back row he has. So now we're gonna go ahead and use Upstart just to see if we can get another Deneb or anything. And guys, what most people don't realize is draw 1 card then gain 1,000 life points. Not gain 1,000 life points and draw 1 card. It doesn't matter, but some people get really nitpicky on you for that, for following the rules format and whatever. So just try and pay attention, guys. What I've noticed is as you get into higher rated duels, and you get closer to the top 200, people could become really rule sharky. Even if it's not a word, they become real rule sharks about what you can't do, what you cannot do, if you miss a window within a second period, stuff like that. So just make sure you guys pay attention to that. And that's honestly one of the reasons I really don't try that hard once I get into the top 200, is because it's just filled with too many people trying way too hard to stay there. Okay, so he's probably going to go for Beals, unless he's playing some Infernity variant, and then he's going to set everything and go for Void Ogre Steel or whatever the name is. But yeah, he can probably go for double Beals now, which isn't ideal. Beals, I mean, people think Beals is overpowered, but okay, so he's going for Void Ogre Dragon. But people think that Beals is super overpowered when it's really not. You can get over it with Honor Arc. It's really not that hard to destroy it. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that well, if he goes for Beals, then we'll go to him. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and activate Book of Moon on it before oh, what's he gonna go Mass Change into? Dark Law? Yeah, Dark Law. Okay, this is interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and say no thank you to that and get rid of Dark Law. We don't like Dark Law. Dark Law is a meanie and a bully, and it's too bad for him that if any of these were spell or trap cards, he can't use them. So we're gonna go ahead and go for what's the name of it? Exciton Knight, just so we can clear the field, and he'll pretty much be top decking if it goes through. And in order to actually, we can't do that right now. But we're just gonna sit on this and set vanities. Actually, you know what? No, we need to get rid of it. So we need to get rid of his Void Ogre. So I'm not even sure how much defense it has, but I'm trying to think what can we go for right now. Guys, I'm gonna look up real quickly on my phone how much defense Void Ogre has. So just give me 1 second real quickly. I don't want to make a card and then attack and have it be less than what it is and take damage and look like complete scrub. So you just give me 1 second, guys. Void Ogre Dragon. Let's see. Ooh, well that sucks. It has 3,000 defense. I'm trying to think. Maybe we can. No, we can. This will probably be minus, but we can go for Diamond Dire and just destroy his Void Ogre, so he doesn't have that many plays. So it may seem like we're going minus, but I'd rather do that. So he's just sitting there top decking for a monster, even though he might have Call of the Haunted or something. So I just don't want that because I'm going to be using Call of the Haunted and Vanity's Emptiness next turn, and I don't want him to negate it. And the good thing about Diamond Dire, guys, is it destroys one other card on the field. Okay, sure. What? Internet went for a moment. He would have been disconnected. That's just a pain. So now we send this to the grave and grave. So what we're gonna do, guys, is next on his end phase we're gonna activate Vanities, and then I'm hoping he'll negate it. And if he doesn't, then we're pretty much screwed. But then we can just go for Call of the Haunted and go from there. Okay. That's fine. Rhoda's fine. So we're going to go ahead and activate this as soon as he adds that card to his hand. And then we're going to go Altair into Deneb so we can get more cards into our hand. Oh right, it needs to be an attack because with Call of the Haunted. So we have Bacon Altair. I think we should go into Altair just in case he negates one of them. We still have a chance next turn to negate something. So what's he gonna do? So guys, there is that one card, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's that weird malicious dark card, whatever, where you can pay 1,000 life points, and basically you can search every card on the field, and then that controller who activated the effect gains 1 card. He could go for that, which wouldn't be a bad play, but then I would just activate Vanities. So okay, that's fine. Yep, and now he can't use Shadow Mist effect even though it was sent to the grave, and it gets sent to the bottom of his deck. So let's see what rank 4 he goes for. I think he banished 2 Malicious, so he can't go for Leviair. He might go for Leviathan. Or not Leviathan, Leviathan Chain. And just send a monster to the graveyard. Excuse me, guys. Ooh, Castel. Okay. That's an interesting choice. Now, if he's smart, he'll send back Deneb. Sending back Call of the Haunted. Okay. That's a poor choice in my opinion. But okay. Yeah, I know. Altair is destroyed because Call of the Haunted is sent to the grave. So we lose that, 3,000. But hopefully we can make Trevier in this turn, guys. If we had gotten MST, that would have even been better. But that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and go Vega into Altair, into Deneb, into Trevier, and we're going to search out for another Vega. And now we should be good, guys, because he only has one face down card. So unless that's like bottomless trap hole or anything, then that's, you know, it's gonna suck for us, but it's fine because we have swords are really light, so we can just chill for another 3 turns. I mean, well, he'll have to negate it, but we should still be good because Trevier is it's a trigger effect, so it still gets sent. So that's perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and use Trevier's effect. Or Trever, however you want to pronounce it, guys, you can correct me on that. And then now we should be good. Now he's just sitting there good at top decking. So he could go for Beals at this point. But as soon as he returns... actually no, he can't even go for Beals because he's all out of malicious. So he's going to be pretty much be top decking at this point, guys. Now there is a new rank 5 XYZ material that we can use on Satellars in main phase 2. I'm not sure if it's strictly for Satellars or not, or if it's just for light monsters, but I know it is for, you can like use it on top of a rank 4 in your main phase 2, and its effects are pretty good, so I'll go over it at the end of this duel when I show you guys the deck profile. So we're just going to have a straight up attack. We're not really afraid of anything. And it was really, I mean, he went all in when he went with Void Ogre to set that. That's the downside. It's like playing Dark Worlds, where, so it's basically like playing Dark Worlds where if you have a deck, not deck position, the card where you reveal your hand, you have to set everything. So you're pretty much setting your best cards in the hopes that, you know, you can get some sort of positive play out and just crush your opponent. But that's the downside to it, guys. Like, we just got rid of his card that could have saved him. He could have, he probably could have gone for Shadow Mist and then gone for Mask Change into Dark Law, and all of our cards would have been banished, and we would have been forced to go into Castel. But you know, he still would have had that play out. So now to show you guys the deck profile, here's what I came up with a slight twist. So you have 3 Deneb, which is pretty standard, it's your searcher. You have 2 Vega, which is your special summoners. You have from your hand. Altair are your special summoners from your graveyard. So 2 Vega is, it might seem like a little bit, but you don't want dead cards, so that's why I have it. You have triple Altairs, which special summon from your graveyard. So a standard combo, if you don't have Vega, is to go Altair into Deneb, or if you draw into Unukalai, you can send Deneb to the graveyard and then use Call of the Haunted if you have it. And that's what Unukalai does. It sends a card from like a Tellarknight monster from your deck to your graveyard. And since this is like a stun type variation and just basically like negate everything, and that's the type of deck I like, as you guys can see. There's Thunder King Ryo, which basically neither players can add cards to their hand except by drawing them, and when a monster would be special summoned, you can negate it, but it can only negate inherent special summons, so it can't negate anything that starts a chain. If I'm wrong on that, correct me guys, but I'm pretty sure that's how Ryo works. You have Soul Charge, which is standard. Raigeki, again, I always run Raigeki just as an out. Duality as your searcher, because this deck is kind of fast once you get at least one of these cards out. Book of Moon, just to set cards. You have Lance, which your monster loses 800 attack and defense point, or 800 attack, but it's unaffected by spell and trap cards. Chalice gain 400, but their effects are negated. Double Upstart, just in case you're sitting there with nothing. Triple Rhoda. Rhoda is amazing, guys, in this deck because it just allows you to go into so many combos. You can go into Deneb, into Altair, or if you have Altair in your hand, you can go Deneb into Vega. The possibilities are endless, guys. Double MST. You know, just in case you're running against some like weird macro deck, or Skill Drain, because Skill Drain does heavily hit this deck. Swords of Revealing Light is a trolly card. Super trolly because if you have that activated and then you go into Trivier, you can just bounce back Swords of Revealing Light and then activate it again, and it's another 3 turns. So it's so fun watching your opponents rage against that. Compulsory is standard, Solemn Warning standard, 2 Call of the Haunted. Again, if you have dead Call of the Haunted on the field, go for Trivier. And then return Call of the Haunted and use it again, abuse it as much as you want. Vanities is at 1 now, guys. When Vanity was at 3, I had 3 Vanity. Or I didn't have 3 Vanity, I had 2 Vanity, and I didn't have an extra Honest. But since Vanity got hit, I took out that other Vanity and put in another Honest, since Honest is at 2 for whatever reason, and Dark Hole. I don't know, I don't understand Konami, guys. If you guys understand Konami, please let me know. Double Dimensional Prison, triple Nova Alpha. This card is just great, guys. I love this card. A lot of you guys might think it's okay, but it just negates pretty much everything. So unless they have like Wiretap or 7 Tools of the Bandit or anything like that, they can't negate this. So like you can negate Solemn Warning with this, which is amazing. 2 Breakthrough Skill, 1 Phoenix Chain, 1 Mirror Force, and 2 Honest because these are like monsters, so why not add to the trolliness. Now for the side deck, guys, I have 2 Fire Hand, 2 Ice Hand now. These cards aren't seeing as much play anymore, just because people think they're too slow or for whatever reason, but they're still a viable option. Mind Control is always good in case you need to make an XYZ or something. I might change this for a Creature Swap in case I do have a dead monster on the field that I don't need, but Mind Control is just better because you don't need to exchange one of your monsters. Triple MST, just an extra MST for triple, just in case I run into Quailos. System Down is great for machine types, and I'm pretty sure. Never mind. I'll check later, guys. Soul Drain is great for what's it called? Burning Abyss, Shadows, even Darklaw cards because they can't. Because their effects cannot activate in the grave, and none of our cards here, their effects, they don't activate in the grave at all. Cyanogen Dire is such a trolly card, guys. Like, I didn't even know this card existed until I was like randomly looking at cards that are good, and this one came up. So reduce the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 1. So let's say they have a Deneb and Altair and Unicly. They can't go for Trivier or Deltaros because they're all level 2 if you have 2 of them on the field. If you have 1 Stygian Dire on the field, then they're level 1. And then Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because, guys, why not? You know, pretty much every deck these days seems to be revolving around dark cards and dark monsters for whatever reason. So that's pretty much it. And this is pretty standard for your extra deck, guys. You have Gaga, you have Korn, you have Exciton, you have Castel, you have Tsukumi. You have Ragna Zero, which is pretty good, let's say, going against your Senjus. Rhapsody to banish monsters from the graveyard so they can't get any plays out. Emerald in case you used up all your monsters and you need some cards back in draw power. Dweller if you need to negate monsters in the graveyard. You have Omega to negate, basically negate any spell or trap cards that are going to affect itself. Kenegron, which negates any card that targets 1 card on your side of the field, or 1 card on the field in general, and you can choose another appropriate target. Deltaros, you guys know what Deltaros does, and you have Trivier. So now let me see if I can find that rank 5, guys, for you guys real quickly. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Herpaderp. Here it is, guys. It's Stellar Knight, Constellar Diamond. So during your main phase, okay, so it's 3 or more level 5 light monsters, or during your main phase 2, you can XYZ summon using a Stellar Knight XYZ monster you control. Okay. So guys, this effect is pretty good. So here it is. While this card has XYZ materials, neither player can send cards from their deck to the graveyard. So that pretty much voids Foolish Burial or anything, or Shadows. And any card that returns from the graveyard to the hand is banished instead, which is awesome. During either player's turn, when an opponent's dark monster activates an effect, you can detach one XYZ material from this card, negate the activation, and if you destroy it. So this is an overall, great card, guys. It has a decent amount of attack. It has 2700. Not that great defense, but when you look at it in the long run and how easy this is to make, especially when most people go for Trevere or Deltaros, it's not that hard to make. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, I will be if you guys want me to use a certain deck, leave a comment in the description box and I will. And like I said, I will be doing an opening of World Superstars sometime this week before this coming Sunday. And until then, guys, it's your boy Noble Reach Master.